people are living longer and longer. With this in mind, you might be wondering how you should save for retirement. I'm Jennifer Snassi, you're watching News 24 Live. I'm joined in studio by Sharon Moeller from Old Mutual Wealth. She's going to let all of us know how we should be saving and planning for our old age. Hello.
Hi, I'm Jennifer.
Now, people are getting older and older. People are living beyond 100 years old, which is incredible. But I think that means that sometimes we run out of our savings that we've saved for retirement. Is that right?
Well, that seems to be the case at the moment, yes. So when planning, people have to plan for living longer than 100 now.
Jeez, that's crazy. Now, talk me through some of the more traditional ways that we were saving for retirement in the past, and tell me why those ways aren't really going to suit our modern lifestyle.
Well, the ways of saving are still going to suit our modern lifestyle. The problem is that people are retiring too early, and then they're not actually living off their retirement. They're spending their retirement money before they actually go into retirement. So if I have to explain, people are taking lump sums if they can, and that's causing a problem because they're eroding the capital that they can live off up until the age that they're no longer there. And that age is becoming a lot longer, and you're living a lot longer. So that's the problem at the moment.
Now, I want to speak about these lump sums. Tell me why we shouldn't be taking lump sums out.
Well, because that's capital that you can't live off anymore. And what normally happens is people settle debt, or they go and they buy something that's a nice to have, a more expensive car, or they buy a luxury vehicle that they shouldn't actually have, or a home that they shouldn't be living in because they can't actually afford it. And then the income that they need to get into retirement is much less. So what we try and promote is that you don't take any lump sums unless you really have to. And not to splurge on a lifestyle that you actually can't afford into retirement.
Now, you said people are retiring too early. What do you mean by that? What's too early?
Well, if you think about retirement age and how it was set, Otto Bismarck, he was a German in the late 1800s, and he actually set the retirement age of 65 for the Germans because of social security. In those days, people weren't living past 65. So if you were lucky, you'd retire, and then you'd probably live a couple of years into your retirement. And we haven't changed the retirement date since then. It's changed very little. Okay, so if you think about when we have to retire in South Africa, most companies 60, 62, you're lucky if you can work until 65. So now you've got almost the same amount of years to live into retirement that you were working, if not more into retirement than what you were working. And you cannot save that way. It's almost impossible to do and keep the standard of living that you're accustomed to.
Now, what age should we start saving for retirement?
As soon as possible. But if you think about when you started working, I mean, I was probably around about in 18, 25. I started formal employment after I studied. I didn't think about saving for retirement then. There were other things that were more important. And I think that's generally what our society is like at the moment. There isn't a culture of savings. So if we could get our children to save from a very young age, even if it was very little, the longer you can save, even the smaller amounts, the better it's going to be for you into your retirement.